How we doing, guys? Welcome back to 62 Beer Reviews. Today we're checking out a little West Coast IPA. This one's from Outer Range. They are out of Frisco, Colorado. I mentioned before, anytime I can get my hands on some Colorado beer, I will, because I grew up in Colorado, so kind of got a soft spot for Colorado breweries. But yeah, they're out in the Rockies in Frisco. I think it's Frisco. Yeah. Frisco, Colorado. It says keep cold, drink fresh. This one clocks in at 6.4% and is hopped with Citra, Mosaic, and Cascade. I love when breweries do the whole like new school hops mixed with the old school. I love it. This was canned on July 16th, so we are about a month and a half, right? Yeah, right around a month and a half old. So still pretty fresh. Yeah, excited to check this out. I've had a few Outer Range beers before, but not too many. I've had like 2 of their hazies. So yeah, anytime I can get my hands on some West Coast IPA, I will. I like the can art, really cool. Kind of simplistic, but I dig it. So let's dive in. This beer, yeah, looks like a West Coast IPA. It's got a little bit of like an unfiltered look to it, and it kind of comes off on the camera. Yeah, it's more of like I don't know, it reminds me of like Lawson's beers. It's got like a finger of pretty creamy, bone white colored head. But yeah, the beer itself is just that like hazy, unfiltered lemonade kind of color. Still looks awesome though, so hopefully it comes through and tastes like a West Coast IPA, but let's get those on. Ooh, definitely smells like it, for sure. Yeah, there's a nice bitterness in there. Not that like, I don't know, can you smell bitterness? I don't know. I can just tell that this beer is gonna have some bitterness to it. But it's got that like citrus pith, specifically lemon. Even like a little pine needle note, and a little dank quality. I'm assuming coming from the Mosaic, but maybe I don't know, some of that Cascade. I feel like Cascade is where I get that pine note. Typically, that's what I get with Cascade. Yeah, it's just citrusy, piney, dank, slightly earthy. Nice maltiness, like a little honey, like white bread note. Almost like a sourdough. Yeah, it smells really awesome. So let's just dive in, guys. Cheers. That's solid. It's a little sweeter than I was expecting. 6.4%. I wasn't really expecting that. It's pretty medium bodied for a West Coast IPA. Kind of where I was expecting it. Like, I like my West Coast IPAs drinking super light. Decent amount of bitterness. There's a little bit of a God, what do you call that? Like diacetyl buttery note, which kind of throws me off. But this is still a solid beer. Yeah, I mean, I wish like it was a little punchier. Maybe just being a month and a half old. Maybe if I had this fresher. But some of that citrusy, dank, earthy quality comes through. Um, not so much the piney Cascade note. It's really more that Citra and Mosaic really coming through. But I mean, this isn't bad, you know. Um, I don't know how often they're brewing West Coast IPAs. Um, Especially, like, honestly, in Colorado in general, because I feel like most of the beers I've had from Colorado breweries are straight up hazies, and that's what they do well out there. WeldWorks, that's what they're known for. Um, Cerebral. I mean, you got Bierstadt, which is obviously known for their lagers, but I know these guys typically do hazies. They do hazies well. This isn't bad for a West Coast IPA. It's definitely not my favorite West Coast IPA I've had, but it's not bad. And I would, I only picked up one can, but if I picked up a 4-pack, I wouldn't be disappointed. It's just that diacetyl note that's really kind of throwing me off. I wish that wasn't there. Even kind of smelling it, it kind of comes through. Yeah, I wish that wasn't there. But this still isn't a bad beer. But God, it's really coming through. Why? I don't know. I've only done a few home brews here and there. But if anybody can tell me where that diacetyl note comes through, why that happens, let me know down in the comments. Yeah, that's a little disappointing, but I don't know. Still not a bad beer. Out of range, we got 3 or 4 beers from them. So maybe I'll go back and pick up another one and check them out, because these guys are a solid brewery. Did I even say what the name of this beer was? I don't think I did. It's Cosmic Sauce. Cosmic Sauce from Out of Range. If anybody's had this one, let me know. If anybody, literally anything I mentioned, diacetyl, where does that come from? Does anybody like hops? Citra, Mosaic, Cascade, what's your favorite hop? Anything and everything, just comment, leave me something. But yeah, guys, that's Cosmic Sauce from Out of Range. If anybody's had it, let me know. Not a bad beer. Price-wise, I think I paid $5 for a can. It's not bad nowadays. When you're buying a single can, I'm sure this is probably around the $16 to $18 range for a 4-pack. So it's not bad. Yeah. Just reading other stuff about the brewery here. Yeah. Not a bad beer at all. So that's all I got this time, guys. I'll catch you next time. Cheers.